Theory U is extremely well known now. It's been ideated by Otto Scharmer at the Przensin Institute, MIT, Boston. And it's extremely powerful philosophy and actually set of tools that's permeated various sectors, including academia, corporate world, non-profit organizations, and also civil service and public institutions. So it's a very in a way flexible way of approaching issues. The reason why I like Theory U is that it leads you through a journey of transformation. So it's really much in line with one of the objectives of our MOOC, which is to, in a way, discuss careful scholarship in order to push forward just transformations. And the reasons for that is that Theory U starts from the assumption that our societies are now in a big crisis, especially because of three divides: the ecological divide, the social divide, and the cultural and spiritual divide. And so Theory U, in a way, is a process that leads you to try not to fall into those divides, but rather build bridges and reconnect with what's been broken. What's interesting about it is that it forces you to start from observing what's the reality with the kind of lenses that we often use, which is the download lens. So we just download information, as if they were granted, and without really questioning what we know and how we know things. Then he moves on to sensing and seeing things with new eyes. And then what's really amazing about it is that as it's a U, the reason why it's a U is that from downloading and observing and sensing and seeing with new eyes, it kind of guides you through redirecting and presencing. So it guides you through a process in which at some point you're invited to really reconnect with your sources of purpose, inner value, wisdom, and motivation. Another thing that that can be done when you go into the bottom of the U is to invite people to change mindset, to look at things from a totally new perspective. And this is something that is especially powerful when done with creative and arts-based methods, because you can really, using metaphorical language and images and artful creations, you can really change the way you see things and disrupt habituated ways of thinking. So after having traversed these phases and having reached the bottom of the U, you're supposed to, having reconnected with your sources of wisdom and power and purpose, also you're supposed to have looked at things from a new perspective, and then you're ready to move into action. But before moving into action and planning, there is a so-called phase of crystallizing what might be, which links back to what happens also with the design tool of appreciative inquiry, and prototyping a possible future.